Hey friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead. Today is a special day, and I forgot my apron. I knew I forgot something. Today is Mama Wolfie's 74th birthday. I know she doesn't look it, she only looks 59, but every year Mom comes to visit for her birthday, and I make her a cake. Some years it's just a sponge cake with some berries on it, because Mom's birthday obviously is in July. But today I'm going to attempt for the very first time to make an angel food cake. Now what we need for this recipe, and I'm following a recipe for a change, is we have 1 cup of flour sifted, some cream of tartar, 1/3 cup of warm water, some vanilla, 1 3/4 cups of sugar, and I can't help but feel that they got the sugar and the flour backwards. But we have a bundt pan which has been buttered and then floured, and we have a dozen eggs. Now we're going to separate our egg whites because we want a dozen egg whites. So, and they have to be room temperature, okay? If they're not warm or room temperature, they won't whip really well, okay? So we're going to separate, if I can get them out of the carton, 12 eggs, and we do this over a bowl so that in case a yolk breaks, or, how nice and thick those whites are. In case a yolk breaks, okay, we don't want it getting into our whites. So we're just going to separate these eggs. Actually, my hands are clean. Let's do it the way I do it, okay? I was going to be nice about it, but you know what? There we go. It's much easier because you're less apt to break the egg on the sharp shell. So, and remember folks, save your eggshells for your garden. There we go. Those egg whites in there. Best egg separator in the world, folks. Clean hands. And you just drop them from one hand to the other and just let the white go right through your fingers. Whoa, egg whites almost went in there. Alrighty, let's get rid of this. I'm going to wash my hands and I'll be right back. Now, according to this recipe, we we're going to sift half of our sugar in with our flour and our salt. Okay, we are going to start whipping these eggs. And we're going to add, oh wait a minute, let me just check here. With a balloon whisk egg whites, water, vanilla, cream of tartar. When soft peak, add sugar, slowly sifting it in. Okay, first, we're going to sift our flour, our salt. Love how I measure, eh folks? And half of our sugar. So this is 1 3/4 cups. So I'm just going to put half in. Whoops! And you know what? I forgot to grind this sugar. Oh well. We're going to sift all that together. Make sure all the sugar's broken up in there. Which of course it's not. Now what I meant to do is I meant to use the grinder for the sugar, but we'll use it for the rest of the sugar. Alright, that actually mixes that up nicely. Okay, now we're going to start whisking our eggs on high. We're going to add 1/3 cup of warm water, splash of vanilla, any flavoring, orange, lemon, whatever, but vanilla is what I got. And we want 1½ teaspoons of cream of tartar. What the cream of tartar does, that's about right, it stabilizes your egg whites so they don't deflate as quickly. Now timing in this is really important. You do not want your egg whites once whipped to sit in the fridge. You want to do them right away. So we have that. I'm going to grind the rest of the sugar to make it nice and fine. Sorry for the noise, folks, but these eggs got to whip. Let's grind up some sugar. I got this for $2. Alright. Woo, look at that powdered sugar. And I need a funnel. I won't use a funnel. Isn't that nice? Look at how nice and powdered that is. We want our eggs to be whipped to a nice, firm consistency. They're not quite there yet. They're still a little droopy and foamy. We don't want them foamed. We do want these to almost meringue, so we're going to give that a little bit going, a little bit more. So we're almost at soft peak, but we're at foam. So we'll give it a couple of minutes. This is what we have left, our fine powdered sugar, and this is our flour, sugar, and salt sifted together. You notice there's no milk in this recipe, and there's no fat. We are pretty much at soft peak. Let's have a look. We are at soft peak. I'm really sorry about the noise, folks, but that's nice and soft. So we're just going to keep whipping it. And we're just going to literally sift some of the sugar that I've ground, just a little bit at a time. You want to do it slowly. And some more. Geez, I hope this recipe's right, guys. I've never made a cake like this, but nothing's too good for my mommy. Oh yeah, look at that. Now our oven is preheated at 350 degrees, and it's really important that you have all your stuff ready, because this cake has to go in the oven right away. Okay. Now, that's perfect consistency, folks. I hope you can see that. I'm just going to do this, get it off my beaters. I'm sorry. Don't dehydrate raw eggs. What do you think eggnog is, folks? If it's real, it's got raw eggs in it. Okay, this is our consistency. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our flour mixture, our flour, sugar, salt mixture, and we're just going to put a little bit in the sifter, and we're just going to sift it on top of our beaten egg whites and sugar, and we're going to fold. Now there's a trick to this, folks. Folding does not mean stirring, it does not mean beating. It means going along the sides and folding it over in on itself. If you stir, you're going to whip all the bubbles out of your batter, and you do not want to whip all the bubbles out of your batter, because this is what's going to make it a nice, light, fluffy angel food cake. Alright, that is incorporated. We're going to sift some more in. Right over top of your egg white mixture. Whoops, dropping some in there. There we go. We're going to fold again. Pretty much a third at a time, roughly. Oh, I so hope this works, folks. I really do. Because you know what I say. If I can do it, anybody can. Now let's get the last of this flour and sugar sifted on top. Am I doing it right, Noreen? Noreen's the cook, eh? Atticus 9799. If there's something that woman can't cook, I want to know about it. Because I have never seen a woman with so many cooking ideas and so many wonderful recipes. So you should check her out. She's also a homestead honey cook. Also, we're going to top off this cake and berries with whipped cream. Not canned whipped cream. the real stuff. A carton of whipped cream, which I have the smaller bowl of this in the freezer, and I will put the beaters in the freezer so that when it comes time to whip the cream at dessert, we will be whipping her fresh and cold. And when you have cold, and I do believe this is all nicely incorporated, and we are going to gently spoon it into our bundt can. Let me just make sure I have it all in there. Alrighty. Okay, if this doesn't work, I'll never try it again. You know I will. This is one of those cakes where you just want a quiet time to create, because you really don't want people thumping around and slamming oven doors and stuff when you got this. Okay. Cake is all spooned in there. And if it tastes half as good or turns out half as good as it is so far, then I will be one happy cake baker. Oh my God, that's so good. Now, normally with a cake, I would bang it on the table to get any air bubbles out. But remember what we did with the egg whites? That's air bubbles. We don't want them out. So we're going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees. I can't stop. For 35 minutes. Alrighty, we'll be back. Oh folks, I'm so excited. The cake's about to come out of the oven. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Now let's just be safe. We're going to give it a poke. And if anything sticks, we'll have to put it back in. I'm terrified if I poke it, it's going to come out like a balloon. Now that came out clean, so this cake is done. It almost looks like a meringue. And oh my God, I wish you guys could smell this. I've got to put my roast in the oven. And I'm going to give this a chance to cool down a little bit, and I'm going to pop this onto a rack to cool. And we will be back when dinner is served. Happy birthday to you. Now, Mom, let's try that angel food cake. Our whipped cream and our berries. It's spongy, eh?
Yeah, nice.
Did you make a wish?
Yep, I did.
Now we're going to have some of our berries with the syrup. Whoops. Good grab, Mom. And I think we should put berries over the whipped cream.
No, that's good.
All right.
Thank you.
Let us know. Gee, thanks, dear. I think I'm going to, oh, it's spongy. I'm going to split this open. Put the berries.
That is very, very good.
Well.
It's quite good. Wow.
Well, Mom,
There you go.
nothing's too good for your birthday.
That is. There you go.
Did you even taste it? This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, don't be afraid to try something new. You might be pleasantly surprised. Take care.